This is News Channel 5 at 6.
Tonight, a new email from the governor's friend and education advisor could pour gasoline on the already fiery debate over education in Tennessee.
In that email, the man trying to set up those controversial charter schools across Tennessee says talking about racism is like talking about sexuality.
Neither, he says, has a place in the classroom. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Vicki Yates. Larry Arnn is the controversial head of Michigan's Hillsdale College, the person that News Channel 5 investigates caught on video bad-mouthing public school teachers.
In that new email sent to the college's mailing list, Arnn equates the topic of racism to sexuality, both being, quote, highly charged subjects that should be broached not by teachers, but by the child's own parents.
Our chief investigative reporter, Phil Williams, wanted to know what that reveals about the schools Hillsdale wants to open here in Tennessee.
That's right, what it reveals about those proposed schools, as well as Hillsdale's own complicated history on issues involving race.
Children deserve the chance to receive a quality education.
Hillsdale curriculum is blatant indoctrination that weaponizes the fears of generations past.
Because I believe it when this school says that their mission is to train the minds and improve the hearts of their students.
We came to a public hearing for Hillsdale's American Classical Academy looking for answers. Joel, I have a few questions for you.
Sorry, I got to run to the restroom.
Joel Schillhammer is the man personally picked by Hillsdale College President Larry Arnn to set up a network of taxpayer-funded charter schools across Tennessee. We wanted to know what he thought about Larry Arnn's recent email saying that racism is one of the subjects that should be broached not by teachers, but by the child's own parents. Should students not be taught about racism?
Sorry, I didn't hear your question.
Should students be taught about racism?
Thank you.
Teaching American history, is that possible without talking about racism?
No.
Clarksville Montgomery County School Board member Jimmy Garland is president of the local NAACP.
In order to teach history, you got to teach the whole history. You got to teach a little bit about slavery. You got to teach a little bit about lynching. All of that stuff going to have to be incorporated in if you're going to teach real history.
I believe their efforts are a good fit for Tennessee. And
well, the governor has openly embraced Hillsdale's way of telling the American story. A peek at the faculty roster for the conservative Michigan College shows a faculty that is virtually all white, and Hillsdale refuses to accept federal funds, partly so it does not have to report its record on diversity. Joel, my question was, why should racism not be part of what students are taught?
Phil Schwenk is available for comment, so if you'd like to talk about the principal of this school, I'm sure he's happy to speak with you.
This is our way of life, and we're prepared to stay.
Hillsdale's history with race, going back to the 70s, it urged the white government of Rhodesia not to allow black rule, demanding in its newsletter, the answer to the cry for majority rule is no, no, never. It also argued the right of private discrimination is a fundamental human right. Fast forward to today.
Why is there evil in the world? And identity politics provides a clear and unambiguous answer. Because of straight white men.
This video series, which Hillsdale recommends as a resource for its charter school teachers, portrays Black Lives Matter and other modern-day civil rights movements as being a threat to the country. Phil Schwenk is one of the Hillsdale principals. Dr. Arnn says the subject of racism does not belong in the school. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I don't know that you can have an honest conversation without the concept of racism.
This is the 1776 curriculum put out by Hillsdale. As our investigation previously revealed, a key part of Hillsdale's plan is its 1776 curriculum for teaching American history and civics.
Progress that is definitely being made.
On the civil rights movement, Hillsdale says students should be taught that it was almost immediately turned into programs that ran counter to the lofty ideals of the founders. Do you agree with that?
So I think the question you're asking about is the civil rights movement a part of our history, and should we discuss it? And the answer again
is yes. Did it deviate from the lofty ideals of the founders?
I think that's up for discussion. I mean, we'd have to go up to the certain areas and what ideals you're talking about. Is it possible that we have inconsistencies and remarks that we make in history with original intent? Of course. And that's why we have transparent conversations around ideas.
Then there's what Hillsdale teaches about the civil rights laws of the 60s that banned racial discrimination in restaurants, hotels, and theaters.
Should students be taught that business owners have a constitutional right to practice racial discrimination?
I think what you're doing, and that's what's interesting as an educator, you've moved into a political realm that is not.
I'm asking you about the 1776 curriculum. I can show it to you. Have you read it?
Of course.
Hillsdale's curriculum says those laws was where the line between private conscience and government coercion began to blur, adding that getting into the business owner's private affairs would lead the country down a bad path.
The 1776 curriculum, though, it's important to recognize, is something that informs instruction. It's not our curriculum. So if you understand our curriculum...
The 1776 curriculum is not your curriculum.
It's not the curriculum. When you think of like schools, you usually think of like a textbook. So if I was a history teacher, which I was for years in LA, I was given a book that I taught that book. So if you're looking at the 1776 curriculum in the same way, that's not fair to what we do.
I didn't want them to go through an education system. I wanted them to be educated.
But a review of data from states where Hillsdale schools are located shows they tend to be more affluent than the communities they serve and more white. Schwink started Toledo's Northwest Ohio Classical Academy, where state records show the district is 88% economically disadvantaged compared to the school's 36%. While less than a third of the district students are white, at the school they make up 81% of the student body. At Hillsdale's Atlanta Classical Academy, 50% of the district is economically disadvantaged, the school just 7%. The district 16% white, the school 72%.
What does that say about the commitment to diversity?
Well, you can be committed to diversity and have an introduction, and people could decide not to go there. That's what a school of choice is.
America's Browning. Clarksville, Montgomery County is Browning. Our school system is Browning.
Jimmy Garland says in Hillsdale he sees a reaction to America's changing demographics, a hearkening back to a time when race and racism was something we just did not talk about.
People want to get their tax dollars, send their kids to private school. That's what this is all about.
And critics say Hillsdale, if allowed to open, will likely end up with schools here in Tennessee that are more affluent and more white than the districts they serve. That's because they do not plan to offer transportation, so these families will be those families who have the resources to get their kids to and from school.
Phil, I know Hillsdale often points to student achievement scores, and at first glance, they look pretty good, right?
Absolutely. But you have to remember, these children tend to come from more affluent families, and those kids tend to do better wherever they are. And the local school districts say that if you factor out those demographics, then Hillsdale schools really don't do that much better than other schools.
All right.
Now we continue to follow it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Phil. And Phil's story is part of his groundbreaking Revealed investigation that shows how your state government really works. You can see all of his reports online and on all of our streaming apps.